one job. That's to convince you to use HERMIT. We saw this example earlier, this share example, and there was a couple of different proposals for addressing it. One guess, what am I going to suggest to try and address this? Yes, thank you. Well, 2 people have listened so far, I'll keep going. So we try and compile it. That was ridiculously fast. Try again to compile it. Okay, we built it. Try run it. What happens? It runs out of memory. I only give it 16 megabytes, but this is an example where it's obviously heap dependent. So what we want to do is try and use HERMIT to try change the sharing that's going on in this example. We can see up there we've got a function f, and there's x's, and x's is shared between the sum and the length. So what we want to do is try to separate this out. So we fire up Emacs, and we want to write a small script that addresses this. So what we want to do is open a scope, consider f, and apply any BU inline x's. There we go. So all we've done is we've said, let's go inside the f function and find the x's and inline it everywhere. We're ignoring the operational semantics of sharing. We're saying, go ahead and inline it. We've given it permission to overrule that. Look at the command line here. Very simple. HERMIT is a command that runs GHC for you, figures out the flags, HS, the HS file, HSS file, the file which is written. Resume means once you've finished compiling that resume GHC, don't drop into an interpreter. And we want to have the runtime system flags so we can intentionally cripple it with 16 megabyte. So it goes ahead and runs it. That's how easy it was to use, however I've lost my cursor. It gives you the command line. You can cut and paste it and put it into a script. So this is what is actually typed by the system is this. So we go ahead and run it again. You can see it finishes. So, not finished yet. I have one slide I said. This is my one slide. So what you saw was this box down here, right? What you saw with Neil, if you were here yesterday, was this box down here, a bit of interactive session. What you saw was we prepared already and figured out a small script for fixing this problem. So the use case or the pattern with HERMIT is you start using it interactively, trying things out, hack a bit with infinite interactivity. As you figure out the idioms, like I know the idiom to do the inlining here, you capture the abstraction inside some shell commands. This was a small shell script-like thing. And then, what you want to do is when you find the useful idioms, you want to build them up as abstractions and put them into the dictionary of transformations. So for this audience here, what we want to do, what I want to encourage you to do, is not just pick up HERMIT and use it. You're allowed, in this box of dictionary of transformations, it's not that complicated. One example, eta expand, this is the code actually inside here. I did edit this slightly from the version that's checked in. There was a message to do, put error message here. So I fixed that. Now it says something slightly less obscure. So it's just a function that's GHC, it's calling GHC, pulling types to bits, getting the right things, creating new variables, putting the syntax back together. The rewrite H, code expr, think of this as code expr to monad of code expr. That's all that's going on behind the scenes. And then once you've got this function, which operates in the core, you plug it in the dictionary as so. Each one of these is name of the thing, the function with its type, small error message or some sort of help message. That's it. That's all that's required. And once you've got it there, if you go inside here, you don't even need that. It's eta expand. You've got the function. Does not check type check because I haven't given it the message, so you you've got that piece there. So there's an entire universe, and we want to, as a community, I'd like some help closing this dictionary, getting this dictionary more complete so we can do higher level things. So please do use Hermit. Please email me. I want to get lots of questions and lots of bug reports. And yes, it's alpha, but I want to encourage this community specifically to use it. Because if you don't use it, nobody will. This is the community. So, thank you.